Right now, possible Saturday showers ahead here in south central Wisconsin, but sunny skies down south for the Badgers' first road game in well over a month. Chris is tracking our first alert forecast. And some are calling this the biggest day in British history, with debate now underway in the House of Commons. The big question, will the UK stay in the European Union or move forward with Brexit?
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for starting your day with us here on News 3 Now. It is October 19th. I'm Christina Laurie with meteorologist Chris Reese, and we showed the weather camera of the sky out there. It's just pitch black.
It is pitch dark, especially at this time of the year. The sun comes up a lot later, but we're also going to be watching some rain chances that are going to move in, especially this afternoon. I do think some folks might be just lucky enough to get in on a little bit of a sunrise. This is Weather Track right now. As we've gone through about the past 6 hours, you'll notice more of that cloud cover moving in, especially just south and east of Madison. I think we'll see more cloud cover building back towards the north and west as well. A live look outside right now. Things are quiet and dry. Clear skies being reported at the airport right now. Temperature-wise, we're at 48 degrees. We've been held milder despite the clear sky just because those winds have been coming out of the south. It's been ushering in a little bit more moisture, but it's been keeping that warmer air in our favor. Janesville at 50 right now, 55 in La Crosse. Boscobel at 51, Lone Rock at 49, Watertown and Wautoma, some of those cooler spots at 44, Waukesha at 43. Here's a bigger picture, though, showing you the rain that's going to be moving in later on this afternoon. Check out parts of Iowa moving in towards Des Moines. That's where we're seeing some of the heaviest rain so far this morning. But I do think for us, the morning is going to be relatively dry. The clouds will be on the increase. Temperatures will warm up towards 55. By the afternoon, we'll see more of those showers joining the picture. Will be mostly cloudy as well. Look for highs right around 58 degrees.
It's a pretty typical fall day, right?
It is going to be a typical fall day, and the rain that we're expecting later, I don't think is going to be a washout kind of rain, but folks will be experiencing some showers.
Good. So just grab your umbrella
Yes,
as you head
have
out
those
the door.
handy.
Thank you so much,
My
guys.
pleasure.
Well, we begin this morning across the pond on what might be the most important day in British political history. British lawmakers are holding a rare Saturday parliamentary session to debate Boris Johnson's Brexit deal, and later today, they're expected to hold a crucial vote. Right now, CNN International says it's up in the air whether or not Johnson has the numbers to win. This debate is expected to go for most of the day, however. It began around 3:30 our time. If this Brexit deal does not pass, the Prime Minister will request a Brexit extension, and a general election would be likely. Breaking into the Channel 3000 Alert Center overnight, Defense Secretary Mark Esper says U.S. troops will continue to withdraw from Syria. This comes amid an op-ed released Friday by Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who objected to the president's pullback, saying he wants a plan to reintroduce U.S. troops to the area. This morning, fighting between Turkey and the Kurds along the Turkish-Syrian border continues after President Trump announced there had been a U.S. brokered ceasefire.
We've had tremendous success, I think, over the last couple of days. There was some sniper fire this morning. There was mortar fire this morning that was eliminated quickly.
Turkey's president warned his troops would go back on the attack if Kurdish fighters don't withdraw from a 20-mile safe zone. Kurdish commanders tell CBS News they will continue to defend their territory. More local news now. All lanes of Highway 12 near Middleton are back open this morning. They were closed for nearly 2 hours overnight after a rollover crash involving a Dane County deputy.
4608, I've been in a 1050 rollover crash. If you come from the highway, I'm at the intersection of 12 and K.
4608, did you say you were involved in a rollover?
That is correct. I'm pinned upside down.
As you just heard there, the deputy was pinned in the vehicle and needed to be extricated by the fire department. This happened near the intersection of Highway K between Middleton and Sauk City. Officials say the deputy was going through the intersection when another car crashed into his squad. Both drivers were wearing seatbelts. Only minor injuries are being reported. The fire Thursday night at the Madison Mallard's gift shop is now being investigated as arson. Right now, no suspects have been identified. Investigators believe the fire caused at least $150,000 in damage after the building's roof collapsed. No one was hurt there. Now here's a story that's hard to believe. Music legend Cher has tweeted in response to what our Madeline O'Neill that she would be willing to pay for any legal expenses if former Madison West High School security assistant Marlon Anderson would choose to sue the school district after his controversial firing this week. It happened on Wednesday after he says he told a student to stop calling him the N-word. In response, the Dane County Boys and Girls Club announced Friday Anderson will be temporarily working there until his appeal is finalized by the school district. According to that post, Anderson will be the director of program operations, managing volunteer engagement, special initiatives, and teen recruitment. The sun is coming up on a beautiful day in Champaign, Illinois, where the Badger football team plays the Fighting Illini at 11 o'clock this morning. Temperatures are forecast to be in the upper 60s there, but the game might not be so competitive. 6th-ranked Wisconsin is a 31-point favorite. This is the first road trip for the Badgers since their opening weekend journey to South Florida at the end of August. You'd think they'd handle it pretty well, but players say games are always different out on the road.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun, especially, it's always fun when you feel like everybody's against you, because that's something that we preach when we go on the road. We're just going 80 deep. It's just us, our coaches. If they don't have a motion W on, they're not with us. We travel well, but for the most part, they put your fans in the top right corner of the stadium, so you might as well be there alone. So, it's always fun.
And then tomorrow afternoon, you can catch the Packers right here on News 3 Now. They'll face the Oakland Raiders for a noon kickoff at Lambeau. It's a short week for the Green and Gold after playing Monday night against Detroit. The team is now getting back to its regular weekly routine for tomorrow's game. This season so far has been anything but routine. The Packers have played once on Monday, twice on Thursday, and this will be their 4th Sunday game of the season. Head coach Matt LaFleur is just rolling with it, though.
Yeah, we had some consistency throughout the preseason, playing every game on a Thursday, then opening up on, versus Chicago on a Thursday. It's just trying to get into that routine. But that's the nature of the beast. That's the NFL, and our guys have to adjust to that.
Meanwhile, the Green Bay Packers have unveiled a highly anticipated project in the Titletown district. Titletown Tech is a partnership between the Packers, UW Green Bay, and Microsoft, and it's an attempt to attract young professionals with technology skills to Green Bay. Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy joined Microsoft president Brad Smith in opening the 2-story building Friday afternoon. Heading out to stock up on food for your game day, there is no shortage of grocery stores across Madison, and most people are always in search of the best deal. We caught up with Marcy DeGrief as she was shopping for her family of 4. She tells us, of course, she's always looking to save, but what makes it even more difficult? The mother of 2 wants to find local produce and local meat.
I very much like the feeling of knowing where the food comes from.
She, like many others, has a hard time getting the best bang for her buck at the store. Tomorrow morning, only on News 3 Now this morning, our Josh Spreiter is showing you how to find the most affordable groceries here in the Madison area. October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month, and this weekend, a local fast casual chain and a national organization are teaming up, working together to promote workplace inclusivity. Today, more than 100 Mod Pizza locations, including 3 here in Madison, will donate 20% of all sales to Best Buddies International. Best Buddies is best known for its work helping people living with intellectual and developmental disabilities find jobs, make friends, and achieve success. Through this partnership, Mod will donate a minimum of $50,000 to the Best Buddies Jobs program. In return, Best Buddies will provide Mod stores with training tools to help hire people of every ability. We want to take a moment this morning to send all of our love and our prayers to the town of Highland. That's where our weekday morning show anchor Leah and her family getting ready to lay Levi, Leah's younger brother, to rest. Levi was killed in a car crash 1 week ago. This morning is his funeral. Many of you have been kind enough sending in your condolences, asking how you can help. Thank you so much for doing that. We have passed along every single message to the Lynchides, who've in turn created the Live Like Levi Memorial Scholarship Fund. Levi was a personal trainer and was very passionate about physical fitness. More than that, he was passionate about helping others. This scholarship will go to graduates of Highland High School, Levi's alma mater, who display similar characteristics. You can donate at the link we've posted on our website. Just search Levi on channel3000.com. and we'll be right back.
Clear skies being reported at the airport at the moment, though I do think that's going to be changing as we go throughout the morning, and then especially once we get towards the lunchtime hour, we're going to notice a lot more cloud cover around here. Temperatures as you wake up are into the 40s. And we are staying mild this morning. That's all thanks to those winds coming out of the south at 9 miles per hour right now. Here's that strong southerly wind. 50s at a wake-up temperature in Janesville. La Crosse waking up at 55. Camp Douglas also waking up at 50 this morning. You notice a lot of areas in the 40s, but they're still into the mid and even the upper 40s. So no one really got all that chilly overnight last night. It's also fairly breezy. Wind gusts are going to stay anywhere from about 15 to 25 miles per hour going throughout the morning. I think they'll start to relax later on this morning. Here's 11 o'clock. Those winds really begin to come down. This is all that strong southerly wind that's going to be out ahead of the front. Here we are by 3:30, and really there's not going to be a lot of wind out there at that point. But that strong southerly wind, again, really what is responsible for these temperatures being a lot warmer now than they were at this time yesterday. We're talking 11 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. Black River Falls nearly 25 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. Let's take a look at radar throughout the upper Midwest. Here is where we're tracking those showers right now. A lot of that really over parts of Iowa. It's not all that impressive, and it never will be all that impressive as we go throughout the day. There's not a ton of moisture in our atmosphere. Things have been relatively dry for us, and they are staying somewhat drier for us. Here's the overall setup. High pressure now moving away. We still have that southerly wind, but this cold front gradually approaching with a weak area of low pressure is going to be what brings us our rain chance later on today. Let's put this into motion. You can see how that rain starts to overspread towards the north and west and as it pushes towards the east, it's really going to be running out of steam. Drier air comes on in for Sunday. Sunday is going to be beautiful, but then here comes that next round of rain, likely on Monday, and that one will certainly be tapping into some cooler air, but it'll have a better chance to bring us some of those showers. So it's time out today for you. Here we are at 1 o'clock. Temperatures in the upper 50s. You'll see the rain starting to arrive just back towards the west. As it moves towards the east, I think it stays together a little bit better than what Future Track is showing. But nonetheless, we cool down into the low 40s overnight tonight. Tomorrow, more sunshine. Temperatures are going to top out into the low 60s. Tomorrow will be absolutely beautiful. Monday will have a better chance of rain. We might even see a few rumbles of thunder on Monday. We're staying in the 40s on Tuesday. Another warm up by Thursday before a big time cool down towards next weekend that I think might be even cooler than what we have there right now.
It's the time of the year where it's up, down, up, down. I never know where to put my thermostat.
It is truly up, down. I just turn the thermostat off at this point and wrap up in blankets if I need to. But it's going to be the up and down, and unfortunately for some folks, at this time of the year, the cold air tends to win out a little bit more.
Okay.
All right.
I guess. Thank you. A sigh is all I can muster. Thank you, Chris.
Anytime.
Well, the countdown to Christmas is on, at least according to Netflix. We're getting a first look at Disney's latest remake. Plus, there are several new shows and movies you should check out this weekend. Will shares his picks and 3 things to watch. Trending news just ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday. Welcome back. Let's take a look at what is trending this morning. Costumes. Olivia Newton-John wore as Sandy in Grease are among the 500 items from her personal collection up for auction in Los Angeles next month. You can bid on items from that famous leather jacket to the leather boots Newton-John wore as Kira the Muse in Xanadu. Handwritten song lyrics, award plaques, and signed movie scripts too. Proceeds will benefit the Olivia Newton-John Cancer Wellness and Research Center. Disney is out with its new trailer for the live-action remake of Lady and the Tramp, complete with the iconic spaghetti and meatballs scene. The movie is a remake of the 1955 animated classic. Lady and the Tramp will be available November 12th, only on Disney's new streaming service, Disney+. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas on Netflix, at least. The streaming service is rolling out its Yuletide programming with Holiday in the Wind, starring Kristen Davis and Rob Lowe. When her husband abruptly ends their marriage, empty nester Kate embarks on a solo second honeymoon in Africa, finding a new purpose in life and a potential romance too. Holiday in the Wild streams on Netflix starting November 1st. And here is a dream job for Disney fans. You can earn $1,000 just by watching the company's beloved movies. Media site reviews.org says it's looking for the biggest, baddest Disney fans to watch and review 30 Disney movies or TV shows. To apply for this job, you must be at least 18 years old, a U.S. citizen, or a permanent resident. You also have to submit a sample video review of your favorite Disney movie and share details about your social media following. In addition to a $1,000 pay, the dream job candidates also get a free year of Disney+. In the holiday spirit or not, there is plenty to enjoy this weekend. Here are Will Loper's 3 things to watch.
First, you must ask yourself, are you wealthy?
Newly streaming on Netflix this week is The Laundromat.
Simple truth of the world is that most games, for someone to win, well, someone has to lose.
Meryl Streep, Gary Oldman, Antonio Banderas, and more star in the film that looks at the history of the Panama Papers and how 2 men helped the rich stay rich.
How does it all work?
Bribery, corruption, money laundering, millions and millions and millions of dollars. Somebody has to sound the alarm.
The Laundromat is available to stream on Netflix now.
Where
They're getting away with murder.
which is bad.
Bad? Yeah, bad is such a big word for being such a small word.
The state of Florida has issued a Category 5 hurricane warning.
New on home video this week is Crawl. There's a flood, and it brings along giant alligators. What else do you need to know?
In less than an hour, we'll be underwater.
Banging on the pipes blurs their senses.
I can distract them for you. You got this!
Crawl is available everywhere now.
Do you make time for one another?
In what way?
Do you have date night?
Yeah.
What do you do?
This?
And finally, newly streaming on Amazon Prime this week is Modern Love.
This is love at its absolute best. And it's beautiful sometimes.
I can't bring a baby into the world with a man that I don't love.
Don't do it because you're scared. You must own your actions in life.
Tina Fey, Anne Hathaway, and many more star in the series that explores several different relationships and the way love exists in our modern age.
Surely there's someone out there who will take me for who I am. The good, the bad, the full story of love.
All 8 episodes of Modern Love are available to stream on Amazon Prime now.
Want to grab breakfast?
I just met you.
Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
Thanks to Will. Right now, a father speaks out after a Wisconsin jury's decisive verdict. We hear from Lenny Posner, who lost his 6-year-old son during the Sandy Hook school shooting, what he's saying now about this week's trial and his mission, which has made both progress and enemies.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now This Morning.
Welcome back. It's October 19th. I'm Christina Laurie. We'll get a check of your first alert forecast with Chris in just a second. But first, here are 3 things to know as you begin your day. British lawmakers are holding a rare Saturday parliamentary session to debate Boris Johnson's Brexit deal. And later today, they are expected to hold a critical vote. Right now, CNN International says it's up in the air whether or not Johnson has the numbers to win. This debate is expected to go for most of the day. It began around 3:30 a.m. our time. If this Brexit deal does not pass, the Prime Minister will request a Brexit extension, and a general election would be likely. Defense Secretary Mark Esper says U.S. troops will continue to withdraw from Syria. This comes amid an op-ed released Friday by Republican Majority Senate Leader Mitch McConnell, who objected to the president's pullback, saying he wants a plan to reintroduce U.S. troops to the area. This morning, fighting between Turkey and the Kurds along the Turkish-Syrian border continues after President Donald Trump announced there had been a U.S.-brokered ceasefire. And it should be a beautiful day in Champaign, Illinois, when the Badgers football team plays the Fighting Illini at 11 o'clock this morning. Temperatures are forecast to be in the upper 60s, but the game might not be so competitive after all. 6th-ranked Wisconsin is a 31-point favorite. This is the first road trip for the Badgers since their opening weekend journey to South Florida at the end of August. You can watch the game on the Big Ten Network, and of course, we'll have the highlights right here on our evening news. Now here's meteorologist Chris Reese with your Saturday forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hello. If you're going to be traveling down to Champaign for that game, travel time right now, things do look good for you. A lot of this rain has been back towards the west, and that's where we're seeing it right now over parts of Iowa. Some of those showers working their way over towards southeastern Minnesota and extreme northwestern Wisconsin. We're going to see that rain stretch out towards the north in time, and then it's gradually going to work its way towards the south and east. There's just not going to be a whole lot of moisture for it to work with. Let's look closer to home right now, and we are starting to see an increase in that cloud cover, especially towards downtown and points towards the south and east. That's where you're seeing the best chance of some cloud cover right now. In the meantime, clear skies being reported at the airport. The temperature 48. We've stayed mild overnight. That's all thanks to those winds out of the south at 9 miles per hour. 50 in Janesville, Boscobel at 51 right now. 43 though as you work your way over towards Waukesha. That's going to be the cooler spot across the state this morning. Here's what happens as we go through the morning though. Those temperatures warm up towards about 55 by lunch, and then we'll see more of those clouds along with the chances for the showers and maybe a rumble of thunder or two, but I really have my doubts about that. Moving in this afternoon, we'll see those temperatures top out right around 58. Folks, have an umbrella handy, especially between about noon and 5 o'clock. Christina?
Thank you, Chris. This week, a Wisconsin jury ordered James Fetzer, who co-wrote the book Nobody Died at Sandy Hook, to pay $450,000 for defaming Lenny Posner. Posner's 6-year-old son, Noah, was killed 7 years ago in that school shooting. Since then, Posner has made it his mission to change technology companies' policies to protect victims from online bullying. He's made progress and enemies. Only CBS This Morning sat down with him. They agreed not to show what he looks like for his own protection.
How many death threats have you received?
Oh, there have been dozens. And there are threats that are just posted that I may have not even seen.
Lenny Posner says he's been forced to move at least a half dozen times since the death of his son Noah. One of 20 children and 6 adults killed in the 2012 shooting at Connecticut's Sandy Hook Elementary School. While still grieving, Posner faced a new shock as strangers claimed that the shooting had never really happened.
What did you find online?
The talk of conspiracy theories, the talk of crisis actors, the talk of a staged event to take away people's gun rights.
Most people probably would have just walked away, and you didn't.
I never thought I had the option to walk away.
Because?
Because that was my life now. The father of a murdered child and the name associated to an online conspiracy theory.
Posner funneled his anger into action, asking social media platforms to take down the posts, at first with little luck.
Most of the time, there was an automatic robotic response.
So you're not even dealing with a person?
It never even got to a person.
But in the years since, this unlikely activist has not only succeeded for himself, he's helping others through his organization, Honor Network, whose volunteers keep an eye on the internet, protecting victims of tragedy, cyberstalking, and harassment. People like Andy Parker.
I felt sick.
After his daughter Allison was shot to death on live TV in 2015, conspiracy theorists reposted the video, again claiming it was a fake. Parker contacted YouTube to get the videos taken down.
I thought I could do it just, one time and be done with it. And they said, no, you have to do it for each video. Yeah, it's tantamount to saying, watch your daughter's murder and then tell us why.
Over and over again.
Over and over again, and then tell a robot why this needs to come down. That's essentially what they told me to do.
But Posner had a better idea. He helped Parker get the rights to the video, allowing him to force their removal in bulk on copyright grounds. And it worked.
It was just a matter of who can help me with this, and I knew it was Lenny.
More recently, many large tech companies have updated their policies on harassment.
So what role do you think you've personally played in getting Facebook and Google and YouTube and WordPress to change their policies?
I think that had I not shamed them publicly using the press, that none of that would have happened in the way that it has happened.
In confronting misinformation, Posner has also changed minds.
I think it could be summed up with the term Sandy hoax.
Dave Gahari's company published James Fetzer's book, Nobody Died at Sandy Hook, which prompted Posner to sue in the first place. But as Posner spoke at a deposition, Gahari had a revelation.
And I'm listening to him, and I determined that what he was saying was authentic, and I wanted to do what I could do to not contribute to the negative things that he's experiencing.
Gahari settled the case, and now Fetzer is on the hook for a $450,000 verdict in Wisconsin. And Posner says his work is just getting started.
So is this fight, crusade, mission you're on, does it take up your life? I mean, is this what you do?
This has become my life's work, yeah.
This is your life's work?
Yeah, that's what it's turned into.
Does it still feel good when you get something taken down?
It feels right.
Powerful words there. Lenny Posner is also suing internet personality Alec Jones for defamation for spreading false information about the Sandy Hook school shooting. Well, time now is 5:35. Have you heard of Porch products? The local company reaches out to people living with physical or mental challenges. And this morning, we're reaching out to them to learn about their Do Good Delicious mission. How you can support them and many Madisonians too. That's next on News 3 Now This Morning, Saturday. Local products for a local cause. That's the tagline behind Porch Light Products, which has since 2007 helped people living right here in Madison get trained for jobs, giving them a hand up, not a handout. Only on News 3 Now this morning, our Keely Arthur is sharing new information on how you can help that organization and our community. Hi, Keely.
You might have noticed some of these products on your local grocery store shelves. It's for Porch Light, a local nonprofit. And here to speak with me more about that is the executive director of Porch Light, Carla Tennis. Good morning, Carla. And
good morning, Keely.
We've heard about Porch Light, but what exactly does Porch Light do?
So Porch Light is the largest provider of affordable housing and services to homeless people here in Dane County. And we've been around for over 35 years.
What kind of groups of people do you help specifically?
So we help anybody who is in need. So we help families, we help single men, we help single women. We're kind of known for our services to single men because we run the men's shelter, but we have many services for homeless families also.
So do a lot of good work in the community, and if community members watching this want to help Porch Light, especially as we kind of enter into the colder months, what are some ways to do that? Maybe talk a little bit about Porch Light products.
Absolutely. So Porch Light Products is one of our 6 core programs that we provide folks experiencing homelessness. So this is a job training program for formerly homeless folks who have disabilities. So we have a beautiful kitchen that we built 2 years ago on the east side. We train them how to make all of these foods. So you will see them in the grocery stores. If you go to Daisy Cafe and Cupcakery and have their pancakes, that's our multi-grain pancake mix. If you go to Short Stack on State Street, you will find several of our products on their menus. So we are always looking for people to purchase our products. Everything goes right back into the program so we can hire more folks.
And it is quite delicious. I have the pancake mix at my home, and in addition to making pancakes, you can also make some scones.
Yep. We made some cranberry scones here. We also have blueberry scones. Lots of different jams. The scones are delicious with a little jam on them. But you know, I like to say it's the power of work, right? People are not looking for a handout. They want to do something. So when we started this program 8 years ago, people were thrilled to have something productive to do.
So yeah, you're having your Porch Light clients make and package these products.
They make and they package. We buy all of our produce from local farmers, so it's helping out local agriculture, and then we sell the items here in town at the grocery stores.
And you're giving people a sense of self-worth a little bit.
Absolutely. We have folks, you know, because they all have a disability, many of them have never worked before. And we also do sampling in all the grocery stores. So if you go to Hy-Vee East or Metcalf's and you see somebody sampling, that's a participant who's made one of these products.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for waking up with us, Carla, and talking to us about Porch Light and Porch Light products, a delicious way to get involved. If you want to get involved in another way, Porch Light is having their annual benefit dinner on November 12th at the Monona Terrace, beginning at 5:30. We have more details on that on our website, channel3000.com.
And you can learn more about Porch Light, its products, and its purpose, as Keely said, on our website. Well, it is the weekend here in the 608.
That's right, and here's a look at what's happening around town.
The Wisconsin Book Festival is underway, bringing a wide range of fiction and nonfiction writers, both local and national best-selling authors, to do readings at several downtown locations. This afternoon at the Downtown Library, former Olympic figure skater Adam Rippon will read from his revealing memoir, Beautiful on the Outside. There's also a big book sale underway, so you can get lots of good deals there. Events run through tomorrow.
And if you prefer to use the other half of your brain, the Wisconsin Science Festival is happening all weekend long. Now in its 9th year, the Science Festival is actually a statewide event with more than 220 events in half of the state's counties. We're talking hands-on workshops, demonstrations, and performances dealing with everything from robotics, water quality and wildlife, to the science of the Star Wars movies.
I feel like you're a science guy.
I'm certainly a science guy. Yeah.
Grab a blanket and a basket and head to Vilas Park this afternoon for the annual picnic in the park, because we are all picnic people. The event raises money for the Madison Parks Foundation. Every year the event is held at a different park, so this year it's Vilas's turn. Dinner is prepared by local celebrity chefs and runs from 4 until 10 o'clock today.
And then tomorrow, pop rock singer, songwriter, and pianist Ben Folds is in town playing a solo show Sunday night at the Sylvie. But having recently put out a witty memoir titled A Dream of Lightning Bugs, Ben Folds will also make a Sunday afternoon appearance at the Madison Central Library for the Wisconsin Book Festival.
And as always, pick up a copy of this month's Madison Magazine for more ideas, things you should do with your family this weekend and all month long. But however you choose to spend your weekend, at least it's not as cold as this last week. This cold weather has me all tongue-tied.
I know. It will not be as cool as last week. You're looking live outside right now. I'll have your full forecast next on News 3 Now this morning.
But first, let's take a look at who is 3 years old today. Happy birthday to Henry and all the other little kids turning 3.
Well, temperatures have since dropped 1 more degree. We're now at 48 degrees. Wind still out of the south at 9 miles per hour. Some of us, though, are waking up with those temperatures into the 50s. Boscobel at 51 right now. Black River Falls at 52. Camp Douglas also coming in this morning at 50 right now. Things are breezy as well. We're seeing a lot of those wind gusts, anywhere from about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Folks, look for the breezy winds to stick around throughout the morning. Those are relaxed so as we head into the afternoon. But that breeze is out of the south. Temperatures are a lot warmer this morning as opposed to yesterday morning, all thanks to that southerly wind. Black River Falls is 23 degrees warmer than just 24 hours ago. But here's what we're watching across the upper Midwest. This is the next round of rain. It is over Iowa right now. That's going to be moving towards the north and east. As we go throughout the day, look for the rain to really begin to spread into western Wisconsin during the afternoon. This is all ahead of this cold front that's slowly going to be working its way towards the east. And as it does so, here it is with that rain that starts to overspread parts of the area. There's not going to be a lot of moisture for this to really work with at all. So as it pushes towards the east, we're actually going to see a lot of those showers start to fall apart. Drier air moves in for Sunday. That's going to create a beautiful day. But then Here is the next low that's already starting to develop. That one, I think, is going to have more moisture to work with, especially as we get into Monday. So our rain chances are certainly going to be better, especially throughout parts of Monday morning and into Monday afternoon. Once that moves on through, we're going to see another round of wraparound showers, cloud cover, and some cooler temperatures on the backside of that. I'll show you that in just a moment. In the meantime, let's time out today. Temperatures should be in the 50s by 1 o'clock. Here come those showers just towards the west. They gradually push eastward, again, falling apart as they do so. I do think they'll hold together just a little bit better than what Future Track has been showing for us. But we'll see some clouds thinning out overnight. Temperatures fall into the low 40s and upper 30s for some. Tomorrow, it's more sunshine. Temperatures will be into the 60s, but then the clouds come back. And then eventually those showers as we move into Monday. And those Monday showers are going to be bringing in some cooler air to the pattern as well. Here's that first cold front Monday with some colder air moving in for Tuesday and Wednesday. We get a little rebound before another, perhaps bigger shot of cold moves in, headed in towards next weekend. In fact, I do think things will be cold as we round out the month and head into November. We're looking at a pretty solid probability of some colder than normal temperatures around here. Not every day is going to be colder than normal, but around this time of the year, it is just a lot more common for the colder than average days to win out. This is the 10-day forecast, folks. We'll see temperatures in the 40s and 50s for highs. The average high right now, 58.
Keeps dropping every day.
It goes down quickly this time of the year, but we bottom out at 22, so we've got a while before we get there.
Okay, is that January?
That's January.
Okay, I guess that's ahead. There's been a lot of sighing this morning on my end.
I know, it's all right. My pleasure.
Thank you. Well, be sure to stick with News 3 Now all day long, and then tomorrow morning, shopping local while saving money. We've done the research, and Sunday morning we're sharing where and how you can find the best deals at our local co-ops. But first, we're ending our show this morning on a musical note, hearing from two popular solo artists who joined forces to take on the Madison music scene. News 3 Now this morning, Saturday. We'll be right back. Finally this morning, what happens when two local long-standing solo artists join forces? A new sound and a big show.
Our photojournalist Christopher Hawbaker, aka Bubba, takes us behind the music in this month's Morning Notes.
When you were young, you used to lie like a lamb. So come back, baby, and lie with me again.
Hayward Williams music is, I don't know, it's soul, it's folk, it's gospel, you know, it's those American traditions, but put through me. And so however that comes out is whatever it is that I do, but that's the jumping off point.
Now that you're gone, just stand up like a skate.
Grew up in a family that was very storytelling family, so that's still what draws me most to music. Every song I write starts as words and I put it to music later. But I would say it's steeped in traditional folk music and our American way of telling stories to music. That's really it.
So come back, baby, and fill in the reds. All those things we get.
Well, he and I were kind of on the same trajectory, like both living in Wisconsin, playing shows, and we shared the bill a few times over the better part of 15 years, and then we both kind of found ourselves in a place where it was time to make records, and so like we had a lot of studio time working together.
It wasn't until the last couple years that we decided, hey, let's hitch the wagons together and see where it takes us.
Mama was born in Canton, grew up in FLA, Spanish moss and lip gloss, launching into outer space.
Peter Lafarge wrote a song called Coyote, My Little Brother, and for some reason I was really attracted to that record when we were putting this album together. I've written all these songs, it's gonna be for a solo record, but every single song I'd written, and I had his parts in my head. I knew what I wanted him to sing, I knew what I wanted his guitar part to sound like, because his voice just has this real sweet spot that's like melted butter. And the key we're playing and the register he's in, he just sounds so wonderful.
I don't think we were ever considering giving up making music, but I think we're doing solo work for 15 years, like, is tiring, it's lonely. And you only have you to rely on, and so I think we were looking for somebody to lean on a little bit.
Oh, Alberta, what did she see? The Billy Lions take a homemade slug from the cold to Staggerly. Bertie stood where Billy lay, said, Stag, you ain't alone in holding heat.
We care for each other deeply, and I would say that he's as close to a brother as I have up here in Wisconsin. Yeah.
We're lucky to have such great musical artists right here in Madison.
I know. This is, I guess, a musical hotspot of the upper Midwest, it almost seems like. Me living in Kentucky, it was always Nashville. That was the big place for music. So, really cool to see. One of the other things that's going to be really cool to see is some sunshine early this morning before the clouds take on over, and we see those rain chances later on. Look for temperatures topping out around 58. We'll see some sunshine on Sunday with temperatures into the low 60s. Monday will be a rainy day, and then temperatures begin to drop as we head through the rest of the week.
And luckily, none of this rain is expected to pop up in Champaign, where the Badgers are on the road for the first time in more than a month. So go Badgers. I can't believe I'm saying that as an Illini grad, but be sure to join us back here at 8 o'clock. Thanks for watching.